Everyone, thank you so much for joining me here. There's a lot of you guys that signed up to watch the replay. I decided to do it on a Sunday night because this is a time that we all have a little bit more time. We're not at work, but again, we all have families and doing a lot of things. So I know a lot of you are just going to watch the replay. So I am going to go ahead and start. If you have any questions for me, please write them down because I would love to either answer them here or get back to you. I know sometimes whenever I'm on webinars and people are asking questions, I'd like to hear them, but then sometimes I'd like to get off as well. This is going to take probably about, I would say, less than 20 minutes. This will take about 15 minutes. I always like to let people know that up front because when I'm watching a webinar, I like to know how much time that I need to give. But anyway, today we are going to talk about something that impacts so many people, and that is anxiety, brain fog, low energy, and depression. And if you've ever felt that way, let's just say you're exhausted or you are very forgetful, or maybe you're depressed, you're not alone. And the good news is, this is the great news, it's not in your head. If you've ever thought that, it's not in your head. There is a very real scientific explanation as to why you could feel this way, and more importantly, what you can do about it. Hi, my name is Dr. Jessica Jones, and I am a clinical pharmacist. My passion is helping people uncover the root cause of their healthcare or their health concerns. I focus on educating people just on how their genetics influence brain function, and so they can stop guessing and start using a very personalized approach to their health. Now, today we're going to talk about brain health, but I really focus on what I focus on with my business. Genetic wellness is I look at gut health, I look at autoimmune disorders, inflammation, I look at um, oh, men and women health as well. I look at we already went over neurotransmitters. We'll go over a lot of the neurotransmitters tonight, but I cover so many more things, and this is just the first webinar. This is what you guys said that you wanted to hear about first, so this is what we're going over first. But there's so many things that genetics can help us learn about our bodies, because healthcare is very personalized. It should not be a one size fits all healthcare. It should be very personalized. Okay, and so we're going to go over that today. Let me ask you this: have you ever been told you just need more sleep? You just need more sleep, or it's just stress. You'll get over it soon, or you need to just chill out, or get over it. When deep down you know that something is off, something's not right. You've already done everything that you can think of, all the right things. You're eating well, you're exercising, you're doing everything that you can think of, and you don't feel right. Something is off. The answer is it may be in your genes. We're looking at the root cause. That is the root cause. Maybe in your genes. It's not just your personality. And that is what we are going to be diving into today. So, why I want to look at why is brain fog, anxiety, and fatigue? Why is it not just stress, not just your personality, right? Because things could be going really well in your life, right? Everything's going perfectly well, and you still feel exhausted, down, depressed, have a lot of anxiety. Here's what really could be happening. So there's three things that we're going to look at. We'll go into obviously genetics a lot, but lifestyle too. Lifestyle affects your genetics too. Genetics affects the lifestyle, and environmental toxins. Genetics can affect that as well. Like, how well is your body? How well does it do at getting rid of toxins, right? How well is it at getting the vitamins, nutrients that you're putting in your mouth when you eat into the cell where you need it to be utilized as energy? How well is it doing that? So that's what we're going to be looking at. So first, let's just talk about genetics. So genetics. So your DNA is your blueprint for your brain. So it is giving instruction and telling your body what to do. It controls how well you produce, you process, and you break down neurotransmitters like dopamine. Dopamine helps with motivation and focus. Serotonin helps with mood stability, and GABA, or gamma aminobutyric acid, it helps for you to stay calm and relax. And if certain genes are not functioning well because there's a variant or mutation and variant's the same thing. If it's not functioning optimally for you, then you may experience the anxiety, the brain fog, the low energy. And no matter how hard you fix it, you need to know where. You need to know where is this mutation? Where is this variance? Where is it that I need to work on so I can support my body to help? Okay, so we're looking at that, and we'll go more into that for sure. And then lifestyle. So when your genes, so we know this, your genes set the foundation. They set the foundation, but your daily choices, what you eat, how you sleep, how you manage your stress can either support or work against your genetic makeup. So some people, let me just tell you this, some people thrive on high protein diets while others need more carbs. It isn't random. It is in your genes. Like if you're trying to do the exact same diet as your friend, and your friend is just fit and feeling amazing, and you're like, I'm not, I don't feel good with this. It is because your genes tell your body how to process the nutrients you're taking in. If you're not getting enough of those nutrients because it's not being processed to go into the cell the way it needs to be utilized in the cell for the body to use it as energy, then you're not going to feel good. It can even be so much that it makes you depressed. It makes you have anxiety. So you need to know very specific things about how your body reacts, what your gene is telling your body to do. Okay, so we'll look at that. And then in sleep, we'll talk about sleep. Some people need more sleep than others. Why is that? Because of your genes, because of how they make the neurotransmitters, process the neurotransmitters, how your sleep cycle is. Exercise boosts dopamine. Actually, exercise boosts all of your neurotransmitters. And everybody needs to exercise. Let me just say that everybody needs to exercise because it's good for your heart, it's good for your brain, it's good for everything. But some people would benefit even more from exercise, and different types of exercise too. Different types, and there's different, like weight training, aerobic exercise, cardio, and we can tell, like, by any variances or mutations, we can tell what's best for you. I mean, it's really, really, really awesome what your genes can tell you. And then last, things that can disrupt brain health is environmental toxins. So your body is exposed to heavy metals, pesticides, mold, and that can disrupt brain function, and it causes inflammation in your brain and overload your detox pathways. Now, if your genetic pathways are sluggish, so if you have a mutation on your detox genes, that your genes are giving the instruction for your body to go and get all of this pesticide out of your body, all of these toxins, and some people do a very good job of that. It's like getting it out. And then some people, they have variances or mutations on those genes, and they're not doing a good job of getting those toxins out. And that can lead to fatigue, brain fog, and persistent anxiety. We need to know, where is it coming from? Where is the root cause? Where is all of this coming from? Because there are things that you can do to support your body to help whenever you have a mutation here. Well, we can go here and give your body this when it's not doing a good job of, let's say, breaking down neurotransmitters, making transmitters, getting rid of the toxins. There's things that you can do. But you need to know where, right? Where is it so we can fix it? Like I said, so much information that your body gives you. So let me ask you this. Why do two people react so incredibly different to a stressful event? Like one can stay very calm and the other is anxious for days. So let's imagine two coworkers. Let's give them a name, Sarah and Emma. And they both get hit with a very last minute deadline. Now, Emma, she's going to stay calm. She's focused. She knocks it out. Knocks it out. Sarah, she feels very overwhelmed by this. Her heart races and she can't think clearly. Why? Why are they so different? Genetics plays a huge role here. So if Emma has a well functioning COMT gene, that's catecholamine O methyltransferase. Okay, that is just a gene that tells the body to break down stress hormones like dopamine, norepinephrine, keeping her calm. Now, Sarah, she has a mutation there. Her body holds on to those stress hormones for way too long, making her very, very wired, anxious, and unable to focus. Now, this isn't about mindset or willpower. It is about how our brain is wired to handle stress. It's not just our personality, right? It's not just mental strength, it's brain chemistry at work. And when you understand your genes, you can make the right choices to work with your body instead of against it. So if your genes are make it very hard for you to break down stress hormones, it can make you feel like you are in fight and flight all day long. Have you ever felt that, like you're in fight and flight all day long? That explains why people struggle with anxiety even when their world's going really well, right? You're like, why are you so stressed out? Everything's going well. Well, that is why. It is brain chemistry. Okay. And then I want to give you another example. Let me change the slide. So why do you think some moms stay very calm during chaos when other moms feel instantly overwhelmed? Let me set the stage here. So picture this. It's dinner time. The kids are arguing. Someone spills their milk. The dog's barking. And the phone's ringing. Now, one mom stays very calm. Everything goes so smoothly. She doesn't seem phased at all. She just keeps going around and cleaning or giving her kids, cleaning up the milk and smiling. And the other mom, her heart starts racing. She gets very irritable and she feels completely overstimulated. And she starts yelling at her kids. Why? Why is there such a big difference in the way these two moms are reacting? There is a two genes, and I am only talking about, there's so many genes. I mean, there's so many genes. We're going to be talking about the ones that are most common and the ones that I see most that have mutations in my practice today. So, like I said, it's very personalized. Once you get a genetic test with me and can see your own genes and see your own mutations, then that's when you'll really be able to help yourselves. Right now, I'm giving the most common. So let's talk about this. So this mom, let's just say the mom that is so stressed out, she has a mutation on her COMT gene, that's catecholamine O-methyltransferase, and her GABA gene, her gamma aminobutyric acid gene. They, remember I told you, they tell your body, they give instruction to your body to stay calm. She's got a mutation here. So they play a role in that stress resilient and emotional regulation. But there was the mutation there. So what can we do? So that's when we need to start studying your genes. And that's what I have done in my business with my patients. So the mom with the slow COMT gene, she may struggle to break down stress hormones like dopamine and norepinephrine, making her feel very tense, overstimulated, and easily overwhelmed. And then maybe a mom with a GAD variant or a mutation, she may have lower GABA. We talked about the GABA levels, making it harder for her to relax after stress, after a stressful situation. How can we get more GABA in the body? right? What do we do? And I'll go over that too. So if this sounds like familiar, it's not just your personality, it's your brain chemistry, and it may be making it harder for you to relax. I'm going to go to the next slide. So, okay, so things that we can do to help when we have mutations. So there's even natural things that we can do. Even free things that we can do. We really, the one big thing, we really need to know where the problem is. Like, where is the problem? Because that's very specific. Like when I go over, like we need to know where the mutation is, where the variance is in order to support it. So when I'm going over these are the most common that I see in my practice that can cause the fight and flight. Or so all of these, I can't just say one of them do one thing. They all kind of work together. So if someone has a mutation, I don't know if you can see my mouse here, in let's say the GAD1, and then someone else has a mutation in the COMT gene, then they could have incredibly similar situations, right? Both of them foggy, or both of them stressed out, depression or anxiety. But what we need to know is which one do they have a mutation on, because one really helps more with the degradation of serotonin, while another one of these genes really can focus on maybe a transporter sensitivity, like when they're transporting the neurotransmitter. So we need to know where it is. Now, this next part, I'm going to maybe say, I'll go over it a little fast, and the reason being is because I love this. Like this is what I love, looking at these genes, seeing what they do in the body so that we can make corrections and support that when there's mutations or variances. Some people just tell me what to do. I don't care what that does in my body. And so for you viewers, I'm already going over like 17 minutes, and I don't want to go too long because I know a lot of people don't have a lot of time. But a lot of you just want to know what you have and what do I do. But the reason I'm showing this to you, the reason it's so important, some people like to break it down. We're going to break it down a little bit. But the reason it's so important is I want to show you you're so individual. Healthcare is so individual. So your genes look at how, or these particular genes look at how effectively your brain processes neurotransmitters. So I'm breaking it down to the key ones. And this right here is why generic health advice does not work. It just doesn't. Your gene determines what your brain needs. So like I said, we're just going to go over a little bit. This first one, the COMT, that is the catecholamine old methyltransferase, and that gene controls how quickly your body breaks down dopamine. So the neurotransmitter responsible for dopamine is the neurotransmitter responsible for like motivation, focus, stress resilience. And some people break down dopamine way fast, too fast, leading to difficulty staying motivated and focused. And then others can break it down too slowly, leading to anxiety, overstimulation, and difficulty relaxing. So it depends on what type of variant and where this is that that you would experience one or the other. And that is why it's so important to know what your genes are looking like so that we can help support you, okay, on a very personal level. So let me ask you, why do you think that matters? If there's a mutation here, have you ever found yourself replaying a conversation in your head, analyzing every single detail after the moment's already passed? Or maybe you've struggled to shut your brain off at night, constantly thinking about everything you need to do, or you're just ruminating and you can't stop. It depends on what type of mutation and variant that you have. And so that's how we need to get to the root cause to figure that out. So that right there could be your COMT gene. So if you're breaking down the dopamine too fast, your brain's in overdrive, making it harder for you to let go of stress and wind down and focus on the present. And on the flip side, if dopamine breaks down too fast, you're going to struggle with motivation or focus, always needing stimulation. to stay engaged. This is why some people, they're really cool under stress, and then others feel very overwhelmed and drained. Um, so understanding how your brain processes dopamine, that's what's going to help you make the right lifestyle and supplement choices for you. So let me tell you something else too that's really fun about this one. Have you ever are you, maybe it's you yourself, get very, very jittery when you have caffeine, and then you have a friend that can just drink 5 cups right before they go to bed and nothing happens? It's because the COMT gene plays a very big role in how your brain responds to stimulants and stress. I think that's really cool. Okay, so some of the things that you can do if you have, now don't listen, do not listen to this and then say, oh, I'm feeling stressed, I'm going to do what Jessica said. Don't do that. We need to know if there's a mutation here. If you have a mutation or variant at the COMT gene, and it depends on where, L-tyrosine is very helpful. It's a natural supplement. It's a dopamine precursor, and that's why it's helpful for this particular gene mutation. Rhodiola rosea, it helps with stress regulation. Magnesium, it gives you a calming effect. And then green tea, because it balances dopamine breakdown. So you need to know, do you need something to help you with your dopamine? Are you this way? Are you feeling this way because of dopamine? Having too much, having too little? Or is it serotonin? You know what I mean? Is it norepinephrine? Is it, we need to know where is the problem? Where's the root cause coming from? Okay, so anyway, so that was the first one. I'll go a little faster on these. MAOA and MAOB. So these enzymes, this is a gene that tells the enzymes to break down serotonin and dopamine. So if they're too slow, you're going to experience like irritability, aggression, emotional sensitivity. And if they're too fast, you might struggle with low mood, motivation, and energy, because your brain is breaking down neurotransmitters too quickly. Helpful things that you can do there. SAMe, because it's natural supplement, it supports neurotransmitter balance. Vitamin B2 helps that enzyme function for the MAOA and MAOB. This is if you have a mutation, you need your genes checked to know this. Trimethylglycine and taurine, they help help naturally with your serotonin and dopamine breakdown. This one's a really neat one that we look at, SLC4A. This helps determine how well your body transports serotonin. So it's not making or degrading the serotonin, it's transporting it. So this one, I don't know common serotonin reuptake inhibitors, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, or SSRIs, people know them as Prozac and Paxil, and they work on this transporter. Well, if there is a mutation in the gene telling your body to get this transporter to hold to the serotonin, what happens is if you're taking a medication like Paxil or Prozac, there's so many other ones. I'm not getting too much into the science behind everything. I don't want to bore you guys, but I can tell you if those particular medications will work well for you instead of you having a trial and error all these medicines, because we can tell you if that's not working well, then you're not going to want to take a medicine that's its primary focus is on that transporter. Right? So it's really, really cool. So if you have a friend that's taken an antidepressant or an anti-anxiety medication and it works beautifully for them, and you've tried about 4 of them and it doesn't work, that could be the reason there. We would need to look at that. I mean, there's so many genes where we can look at all kinds of different medicines, cardio medications, psych medications, pain medications, because of your genes to see if they would work well for you. Okay, so we can go, let's talk about this BDNF right here. I don't want to teach you all about this. I can if you want me to, but what I really want you to get out of this is there's so many different ways that genes work. There's not one function for one of them, and it's your body is going to need support if there is a mutation there. So this BDNF, that is brain-derived neurotrophic factor. That is fertilizer. That is like fertilizer for your brain. It helps your brain grow and repairs brain cells, improving your memory, learning, and mental clarity. So if you have a genetic variant there that lowers this BDNF, you can struggle with brain fog, forgetfulness, and slower thinking. So why does this matter? Because people with low BDNF, they often feel that their brain is sluggish or foggy when stressed out. And so we really need to know, is it this or is it something else? Why do you feel foggy? Is there a drug-drug interaction with one of your medications? Is there a side effect from an over-the-counter medication? Is it because you need support because this right here, this gene is not giving the information to your body to really process that? And as you get older and you have stressful situations coming at you, your body's going to handle it even worse, so that you're going to have even less clarity, even more brain fogginess. So some things that will help with this, and like I said again, I'm going to tell you do not go and just take these supplements just because. You need to know what your genetics are, because I'll tell you this, I know people that will take like 20 supplements, and you don't need to. You need to focus on the few that you really need to support your body, and then just don't focus on the rest, because you don't need them. You don't need them. You need to focus on what you really need. So lion's mane mushroom, because it supports the neuroplasticity. Because if you have this BDNF mutation, you're not going to have as much neuroplasticity, and that is going to support your brain plasticity. Omega-3 fatty acid, because it boosts BDNF. Curcumin. If you have a variant or mutation with BDNF, then you can have more inflammation in your brain. This decreases inflammation in your brain and protects your brain cells. Exercise, that is one of the best ways to increase the BDNF. One of the best ways. So like I said, some people, everybody benefits from exercise. Some people benefit from it more. So knowing your genetic makeup, it really allows you to focus on what your body actually needs. So instead of just getting generic advice or taking supplements just because someone on Instagram or TikTok swears by them, your friend's solution may not work for you, because your brain chemistry, your neurotransmitters, your detox pathways are very unique to you. And instead of guessing, genetic testing really gives you that roadmap to your brain health in the most effective way, the most personalized way. So instead of wasting time and money and approaches that do not work, then when you understand your genes, you can really target changes that actually work, instead of just trying. Like, how many times, let me just ask you this, how many supplements do you have in a medicine cabinet that you decided you're going to try because your neighbor told you about, and then they're just sitting there expiring? They didn't work for you. Instead of having like a whole slew, you need just what works for you, and then you need to continue that because your body needs that support. I'm going to go to different slide. So what we're looking at right now is why genetic testing is essential for personalized health. Hopefully I've gotten that through to you guys, but we look at like medication response. Like I told you, there's so many medications that we can tell that most likely would work for you best, instead of getting on a medicine, trying it for a couple weeks, finding out it doesn't work, trying another one, or the doctor just say, well, try to stay on it 2 more weeks to see if it will begin to work, and then trying another and it not work. So you probably know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that. We can also look at nutritional needs. We can look at vitamins, minerals. So if you're getting your blood drawn, let's say you're sitting in the chair, you're getting your blood drawn, we can see exactly what levels you have in in your blood, whatever is circulating in your blood at the moment you're sitting in your chair. But what am I looking at with genetics? What I'm looking at is, yeah, okay, great. You might have enough iron in your blood at the time that you're sitting there, right? But what is your body doing with that? How about vitamin B12? What is your body getting it to the cell to where it can be utilized for the function that it needs it to be? That's what I'm looking at. So I can tell you, like, if do you need more vitamin B12? Do you need more omegas from your food? Let's look at your diet. Let's change your diet to where it can work for you personally. What your diet shouldn't or may not be the exact same diet as your best friend. So let's go to my next slide. Okay, so I just want to talk about this real quick. So lifestyle, how can lifestyle support your genes? So for anxiety and overstimulation, you may have a COMT mutation or you may have an MAOA. I don't know. We don't know until we check, right? And if you've had your genes already checked and you're listening to this right now and you're not sure, book a consultation with me and we can go over that as well. Meditation, deep breathing, and stress management help with that. Why? Because if you have a mutation there, you're not getting exactly what you need. You're not getting the right amount of dopamine, serotonin that you need to be able to really just kind of be even kill and have a better day. So yes, lifestyle. So this is so important. Meditation, deep breathing, because that is going to help you so much. Those other genes that are not mutated, they're going to go in and help right there. Okay. When you do that, you have to make sure that your body is getting what it needs. Okay. And then you need to concentrate on this lifestyle if you know where the mutation is. So that's one thing that you can do. We've already talked about supplements, and they're very specific supplements. I didn't go into too deep, but because everybody's so different. Like I probably have had, I don't know, maybe 130 patients since April, and I have found that everybody is so incredibly different. Even me and my twin sister, even my own twins. So for brain fog and energy, you may have a BDNF, mitochondria, or detox genes. Maybe you have your detox genes are not giving the instruction to your body to get rid of the pesticide. And now you have inflammation in your brain. And so now you're just mad all the time, right? Or maybe you have ADHD. What's causing this? Look at the very, very root cause. That's what we're looking at. And most important, I really want to go over this real quick. Red light therapy. Red light therapy is so important for patients that have genes that are not giving the instruction to your body to get rid of toxins. Red light therapy can help with that so well. Do you know what else red light therapy can help with? Red light therapy can also help to, when I told you that there's some of us that have mutations where our body will not tell, or our genes will not give the instruction for our body to increase our serotonin, right? It doesn't degrade it so that we get our new serotonin flowing. Red light therapy will support that and help your body create the new serotonin. It's so important. Sauna is so important as well. So if in cold therapy enhances brain function. Now listen to this. If we know where our variances are, we can focus on where to put our energy, right? We can focus on. So I believe that exercise is great for everyone. Sauna is great, so great. Red light therapy is so great. What if you knew for you that you really needed it, but you probably didn't need all the supplements that the TikTok girl told you about, right? If you could just focus on that and just kind of like put your blinders on and not look at everybody else and what they need, just what you need for your body, wouldn't you focus on that and do more? You would. You would. And that is why it's so important to look at your personalized genetic framework so that you know where to put your focus so you're feeling good. You don't want to be tired, right? All the time. You don't want to be irritable all the time. You don't want to be anxious. That's just not the way we were designed to live. But most people think that their genes are set in stone. But the reality is your daily choices can either turn on your best genes or they can turn on your worst genes. And you have so much power, so much more power than you realize. Now, what I want is if you want to know what your genes say about your brain health, let me know. I am going to I'm going to add something real quick. So if you want to click on it, you can click on it. This is for everyone. This is not just like, hey, you can only get it right now, or this is only for you. This part is for everyone. If it's you or you know someone that wants a free consultation from me, a free 15-minute consultation, because I know there's so many questions about this. I want you, this is going to cover me up, so let me show you this, to click here, okay? Hold on one second. So click here, free 15-minute consultation. Either click there and sign up yourself, or you can click there and share it with a friend. I'm going to leave it up for just a minute, okay? And I'm going to give you guys something else, so stay on. Okay, if you need that again, I'll share that one more time. That is for always. I will always offer that, okay? So if you need it for yourself, a free 15-minute consultation, or if you need it for a friend, hit it and then share it to a friend, or hit it and save it so you can have it, okay? I'm going to share it one more time, and then I'm going to share something really good just for you. Hold on one moment. Let me share this one more time. Hold on one. Well, I can't share that again. If you need it, let me know. I will get that. This one is for you because you attended this webinar right here. If you watch the replay or the live, it doesn't matter. This is for you because you attended. So this is just for you. And now anyone that did not attend, but it doesn't matter if you were live or watch the replay, you do get a 10% off. And so you can click here and make sure that you put Gene Power. You see, it says Gene Power. If you put that in, you're going to get a 10% discount. And then you also, obviously, if you want to talk to me first, it's a free consultation. But just click that. And I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you have the best day. And if you have any questions, let's see, I didn't put my email up here. Let me type it in here real quick. You can just email me. Let's see. Okay, so I got that there. So you guys can email me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.